And just looking at my writing style through here, I know what Buzz Kyle sounds like and writes like.
Welcome to Full Court Fits, the show that takes you around the world of NBA fashion while bringing you the latest, greatest news in sneaker culture. Today, I'm Big Waz. Let's go. We thought it'd be great to have on one of the Ringer's biggest, bestest dons. This guy does everything. He defies a job description. What don't you do? Kyle, what's good, man?
It's an honor to be here, first of all. I just want to say. Bottom line is, man, I mean, I have my eye on this show just because this is my thing. I love sneakers and I'm honored. I'm humbled and I'm honored to be asked to come on Full Court Fits with Waz, the legend Waz.
That was way too nice. You threw on that Southern charm so beautifully and wonderfully, but listen, I'm going to take it. KD's signature sneaker line with Nike is kind of one of the most underrated and slept on sneaker lines of anybody. He's put out a ton of them, and I think he's put out, generally speaking, a quality product across the board. You just on a whim, on a lark damn near, you just decided to randomly rank your favorite KDs in descending order on Twitter one day. We wanted to get with you about your top 5.
I'd forgotten that I did this because I'm like 90-ish% sure I had maybe a few drinks in my system when I did this. Just
maybe a couple Kentucky bourbons.
And just looking at my writing style through here, I know what Buzz Kyle sounds like and writes like. But I think my thoughts are I was speaking from the heart here. This is all accurate. I think with the Zoom KD2, I think this one is a colorway driven choice. I think that there are a couple colorways I don't necessarily love so much. I really like the infrared of this. Something that I really like about KD shoes in general is that they toe the line between kind of fashionable. Like they're more on the Kobe side of they really appeal to performance people.
Yeah.
But with the Zoom KD2, I mean, I love the strap. That was something I was saying on here. And the colorways can swing them up or down depending on what kind of mood I'm in. I like the simplicity of that shoe.
I honestly really, truly think when it comes to crossover appeal, as far as a shoe going from something you wear functionally to perform into something that becomes more of a lifestyle type of thing, I just think it's in the eye of the beholder. There's no reason for the LeBron South Beach 8s to have become some crazy thing that happened and not any other shoe that Nike basketball had put out for a bunch of their other signature athletes. But yeah, I'm feeling this shoe. Let's get into your number 4.
I had the Nike KD 8. I like when they started getting into the hyperfuse, mesh uppers. I thought from a basketball standpoint, that material was a big deal. I know because it's lighter. I thought the tread on them was pretty good. I'm kind of coming from a performance aspect there. That's my number 4, Nike KD 8.
So your number 3 is my number 1, the Nike KD 7. Pictured here on your tweet thread, legendary Aunt Pearls, heavenly. This is beautiful. This is picturesque. I don't know what else to say.
Do you think that the KD 7 Aunt Pearl is where do you think it is in the colorways, just flat out colorways of KDs?
I mean, to me, it's at the top. I think pink is one of the most underutilized colors in sneakers, period. And then it's the accent on the strap where it's angel wings. It's just an incredibly inspired shoe by Nike.
I'm a sucker for the rear heel unit. I always love, when LeBron lows would come out and he'd come out with those shoes with the air unit in them. But the KD 7 Elite, I actually think might even be better than the KD 7. I just love the cutouts on the upper. If I'm remembering correctly, pretty lightweight shoe too. It's just, and aesthetically, I think you're right. I think it's near the top of the heap for KD's line.
The Nike KD 6, my boy.
This is one of the when this shoe came out. This is the shoe. 2. This shoe I almost killed myself in. Because the materials are so lightweight into the ground. I mean, they're like flippers. This was KD's MVP shoe. There were a million colorways. I remember I'm a Kentucky guy. Kentucky had a couple PE colorways that were awesome. This was one of the Hooper stamp of approval shoes. You saw this shoe everywhere.
And even to this day, you'll see Ja Morant rocking these a ton. If he's not wearing Kobe's, he's wearing these joints.
Yeah, if you like that low to the ground, if you're a cutter, you just couldn't go wrong. I mean, there were just a million colorways that were great of the shoe.
Yeah, if most basketball shoes feel like a NASCAR, this joint feels like a F1 to me. It's so sleek and just so it's just perfect.
One last thing about the sixes is they had like they had the asymmetrical lacing too, which was a little unusual. That wasn't for me anyway, but I love that shoe.
And your number one, Kyle. KD 4s.
This is purely aesthetic because I never actually owned a pair of these. I just think there are some like amazing colorways of this shoe. Some of my favorite KD colorways, period. And I just have this like memory attached to it. That's kind of like, you know, players have like wine bottle seasons. I think players also could, like, I think their shoe to me, I attach the culture kind of imprint on there too whenever I think about like a moment in time in a player's career. And I think about like KD just like kicking the door down and being like really good, really early on. Yeah. Like the Thunder, I think about the Thunder being like ahead of their time, like a really totally precocious team in the NBA, just kicking ass. And that's what I think about when I see that shoe. And I think it gives it a little extra bump for me. What percentage of people do you think have KD 4 at number one?
I think most people are KD 6 at number one. That's the one that I've seen anecdotally the most out in the world, out like people hooping in them, like as far as professional and in the college ranks. You do a lot for the company, man. Tell the people what they need to be looking out for.
You can find my videos on our YouTube channel. You can find our podcast that I'm doing with Jonathan Sharks called Upside High, where we talk about like developmental, you know, discussions in the NBA, like young players, the draft, things like that. It'll be every week on Tuesday, and just keep an eye out for that.
All right, let's get right into Copper Drop. First up, we have David Duke Jr., not that David Duke, of the Brooklyn Nets. Here he's rocking a sort of shawl cardigan from a brand based out of my home city, Los Angeles. You see these guys kind of everywhere in the NBA. They must be pretty plugged in. NBA players love this brand. I'm not mad at it. It fits the season when it comes to earth tones. It's a nice light brown. I get that. Again, as I often say with these designer kicks, the first thing you should be asking yourself, if Skechers made these, would anybody be wearing them? And you can look at these sneakers and the obvious answer is no. Look, I like what the kid is doing. I'm not mad at it. I hate these sneakers, but the outfit is clean. It's nice and neat. I'm gonna cop it. Next up, we have Ja Morant in a Dior crew neck sweater, Amiri jeans, because no NBA outfit is complete without them damn jeans, and the B22 Dior kicks. For my money, the best designer kicks on the market. I like what Ja Morant's trying to do. I think he's trying to step out, make a name for himself in the sort of personal style world of the NBA. However, he's just dressed like Quavo. I don't know how else to put it. He's dressed like Amigo. There's nothing creative or very inspiring, thoughtful, innovative about what he's rocking right now. I've kind of come to expect a little bit more from Ja Morant. That's why I got to drop this fit. And last, but certainly not least, we got a really exciting rookie. One who, look, I'm going to give Rockets Twitter their credit. They got me keeping an eye on this young man. Alperen Şengün of the Houston Rockets. Gucci from head to toe. You see the Gucci hoodie in white, the Gucci trousers in a high water style, all over print Gucci trouser, the Gucci Rayton GG sneaker. Not a fan of the kicks, but again, that's me. Y'all like these designer kicks? I can do without it. I'm feeling these pants. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I like about it? Although it is redundant in the Gucci of it all, right? At least the top isn't some all over print Gucci, or he's not wearing a hat and a scarf and a this. I understand what he's doing. When you're trying to get into this sort of I get fresh all the time realm, it's kind of easiest way to do it is to find a designer that's dope. Just start copping it, start rocking it, and then start branching off where you can mix and match. I like the way this looks. The rookie's out there killing it. He's making statements on the court. He's making statements off of it. We're copping this fit. All right, that's our show for today. Make sure you subscribe to the Ringers YouTube page. Make sure you're hitting that notification button so that you're getting this every single Friday afternoon when we drop. And of course, happy holidays to you and yours. We're out of here. Peace.